And we're back. I haven't said that in a while.
Hey, you made it.
I have literally just lost audio, so give me just a second here.
Oh, my.
What's going on?
There we go. You good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
A fro load of technical difficulties.
I think the music actually killed my speaker here.
Huh.
That's a pretty good jam.
It just rocks too hard.
Yeah.
Just it rocks too hard.
Right. I get it. So what's new? What's going on?
How's everybody tonight?
Not as hot. It's actually kind of nice out here tonight.
It's actually pretty chill.
Good.
I've still got a fan going. I hope you guys can't hear it, but yes, it is much better than it normally is out here.
I mean, I'm sweating a little bit, but not a lot.
I was gonna put my fan pointed at me and I forgot, but I'm
Whatever.
still...
John's acclimated to the heat now. He's good.
Yeah. I was gonna put on a sweater.
It's only 89. Where's my hoodie?
Yeah.
So anyway. So are you going to do show and tell right off the bat? That's what I want to see.
Really?
Yeah, show and tell.
Show it.
Yeah.
Hey, you lined it up perfect with the second right in front of your hat so you can see it really good. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it matches the rest of the trophy. Nice.
I may not be good for much, but I'm a solid number 2.
Yes, you are.
We're number 2.
I was a solid number 2 this week. And I don't think I went number 1 for 4 days straight. Because of aforementioned heat.
Yeah. That was that last day we talked for a little bit and you were at the track. So what are you doing right now? I said, you busy? What are you doing right now? He's like, oh, I'm sitting in my truck in the air conditioner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't blame you one bit.
No. It was we didn't do a lot of sleeping. We didn't do a lot of eating. I bought a 30-pack at the first of the week and brought beer home.
What?
No.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
It was a week, man.
Not buying that.
Yeah.
Hold your hand up. Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd still be shaking.
So last time we talked was what, day 1? Yeah.
Was it day 1 or day 2?
No, you had done your repair already. So it was day 2.
We recorded from Texas. So I had already ran in
That's right.
Tulsa, made the hell drive to Texas, peeled both heads off. And then Texas ran like 10:52 and called it good. Hindsight, probably should have done a little more swing in there when the sun went down, but I was just glad everything was over. And honestly, I was tired.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like a long day of working in the hotness and then 4 hours of sleep at the Super 8. I was ready to, and it was 1 billion degrees. So I think right after that, we finished packing up, rolled out, and ended up in somewhere else, Texas.
I've been there before.
Like north and west of the Texas Motor Speedway. Got another hotel room. That's the 2 nights that we actually spend in hotels. Then the next morning got up and it was a pretty solid, easy drive to.
Force Performance was a stop after Enos, right?
Before Enos.
Oh, was it before this time? Okay, last time it was after.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's where I spent, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 minutes away from Force Performance.
Oh, okay.
And then when I got the repair work all done, basically had to change a flat tire. And then
your car said, no, not yet.
Pulled into Force Performance like late that night.
So the guy that owns Force Performance, he was running a Tahoe this year, right? That was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, so last year, whenever Fro and I, or was it last year, or year before? Last year.
Year before.
When we stopped there, so we elected to drive through the night in the wagon.
Yeah.
When we left Texas, y'all went to the hotel, which you had some issues there, but you were going to the hotel there anyway. Fro and I were like, we're just gonna hit the road. We're gonna drive at night, beat this Dallas traffic in the morning. We wanted nothing to do with that, right?
Yeah.
So we stopped at Force Performance at night, and it rained a little bit. It was nice and cool, but we pulled in there, and I mean this lovingly. We got along with that dude because he is weird. He is weird just like us. Kind of a prevert a little bit. We all got along great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They offered us drinks and snacks and come in and take a load off and have a seat. We sat there for a little while and talked to those guys. But I see he took a Tahoe this year, right? And
yeah.
What was he running? Do you know at all?
Man, I finally got to sit and watch racing and pay attention Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, half the cars were gone by Friday.
For that. Huh?
Half the cars were gone by Friday.
Oh yeah, who would want to stick around in that crap?
No, because they were broke down or wrecked or stolen.
Or having heat strokes.
Or having heat strokes.
The hotness was no joke. Ain't gonna lie. And I bet September is, I bet September is even worse.
Think so?
I don't know, man. Third week of September, that's a crapshoot. Could be better, could be worse, but Texas and Louisiana and September, that sounds hot.
Well, Adam or Matt, someone said during the award ceremony, like if we would have this in December, it's gonna be the hottest December on record. Because we're doing a dragon drive. So I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be nice and cool in Kearney, Nebraska and Denver, Colorado last year.
Nope.
On 2.0. And Denver was pretty good, I thought, but man, Kearney, that's hot. Fro is for sure muted and he don't know it. That's fancy.
Yeah. I respond to
for sure muted. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So I've got to know there was an article in Sickna magazine that said you were slipping into the lead. Last time I talked to you, we had discussed how you were close to the lead. Why did your plaque have a number 2 on it?
Man, because I couldn't pull it off. I couldn't run the number in Mocan, which let me just say, Bob Ripple has a plaque with the number 1 on it, and he worked for it. Like he ran his ass off, and he did run the number at Mocan. I tried. I ran the best I've ever ran in this car.
So you said a PB right at Mocan.
10.40, yeah. It was like a 10.37 on the draggy, a 10.40 on time slip. It was a really, really good feeling pass. I'm really, really trying to figure out what was different about that than all my other passes, because nobody and not a damn person has it on video. I'm like, gosh damn it.
Let me pause real quick, and you can ask my wife. She'll vouch. Whenever we go to concerts or we go to an event of some sort, I am never the person ever to be watching it like this.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
I'm not. I don't want that. I want to watch it with my eyes and experience it. With that being said, sometimes I wish I was doing this, but I don't, and I don't ever, because I had it when I seen you pull the line. I'm like, ooh, here we go. You know what I mean?
Were you there when I ran the 10.40?
No.
You were gone. So it kind of sucks, because if you're trying to work hard and you're trying to get better and you're trying to learn, you kind of need somebody to video that thing each time you go on the track to see what you did different. Because like 10 seconds is a long time, but it goes by really fast.
There's a lot
happening.
The only thing that I noticed, and I brought it up to you, Yeah. I heard limiter. You know,
I don't know that you did on that 1040 pass.
I wasn't there for that, but that first pass,
I was able to hit. I think I was able to actually hit my shift in first gear and not let it lay over.
Well, I think you got some really good advice from someone that's intelligent by telling you to turn those damn limiters off.
Get out of your head and get those. But
yeah.
So what I did here was that instead of like all my other ones, when it actually hits that, it usually just sets the front of the car down, and then it's a drive from there. And on that pass, the front of the car was skipping like for a long ways.
Yeah,
it was like up in the air.
Well, I'm with Stoney. Oh, Mr. Stonecipher. He told you that advice, right? And stop worrying about the stinking limiter.
You're like barely touching the limiter. Get it out of the way. Yeah. Don't, because it slows you down every time you touch it.
Yeah, that's knocking tenths off for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
I'm still a firm believer you can drop off quite a bit of time by adjusting that suspension and getting those shift points right where you need them.
Yeah, but
I think you drop more than you think.
During race weeks, not the time to figure it out, though.
No, I agree.
That's something the guy needs to figure out on Friday nights. That's not a let's go to race week and start changing bar angles.
So I had somebody text me and ask me, and it's funny because it's the person who complains about how much we talk about drag and drive.
Huh.
Wonder who that could be.
Did he ask you what the address was to the water tower or what?
Not yet, but no, he was genuinely concerned. He said, "Man, that guy was leading right up until the last minute." He said, "What could that guy have possibly done to pull out that kind of time to beat him by 0.02 of a second?"
Man, he's got his car figured out better than I do. He worked harder than I did. There's all kinds of stuff.
But you mentioned something about the last night of racing, and you looked over and noticed that he had made some distinctive changes to his car.
Yeah, he said, man, I got all the weight out of that thing I could. He said, there ain't nothing bolted down in that thing. Drain the gas. It's like he got all the weight out. There wasn't even a hood on it, and he's got a fiberglass hood. Like he was swinging. He was trying real hard.
That's good for 7 pounds off the front.
Yeah, 7 off the nose. That's all a guy needs. So he had a 1057 in Tulsa, 1047 in Texas, 1060 at Thunder Valley, and then a 1020 at Mocan. Mocan was putting it down too. Like they were prepping the F out of a track. They were trying hard. Something to be said there. Tulsa, I turned in a 1055. It was hot. Maybe I could have tried harder. Maybe I could have done a third round, but I had already set in the hotness for the whole day. You know, you haven't had a beer the whole damn day. You want to just go sit down. Texas, I had just come off of having the top end off the car twice and made a 1052 with a 4. I didn't care. But that was my first lick after having the car pulled apart. It was at like 4:00 in the afternoon in a town right next to hell, from what I could gather, because it was that hot. Like it was bad. 1052 at 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm pretty sure I could have run a better. I'm pretty sure I had a 1040 something in me in Ennis.
Safe bet.
And then Thunder Valley, I made a few different licks, did a click on the shocks, did a few different tire pressure changes, ran a 1047, and then Mocan tightened up the shocks a little bit more and ran a 1040. I think in the end, my average was a 489 and his was a 464. That's pretty damn tight.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. My goal, like I have said on this show multiple times, is to say I finished the week. You finish, you win, especially on a week when it's 11 billion degrees and there's people that dropped out just because it was hot. Like, hey, it's too damn hot. My body's not going to take it. There's people over in the big black bus with a fucking IV. Sorry, with an IV. Like
1712.
Sorry, but they're like that's how hot it was. There's transmissions going down for real.
Oh, this week was a test.
Like we're cooking transmissions. We're cooking. What Jason Hurley said he's never seen oil temp where it was. He said never seen that.
I've seen where
all drag and drive.
See where a lot of veterans have been saying this was one of the worst weeks for heat that they've been involved.
It was a major test. And like to finish was my stated goal. So internally, I had a personal goal that I didn't let anybody in on, but it was my personal goal. And because I know I've only got my car so figured out, but I wanted to be able to run 1050s and have a 1050 average.
There you go. Beat it.
And when I was able to get that close to I think after Oklahoma City, it was like a 1040 or a 1051 average. I was like, man, I'm swinging at Mocan because I don't care what else happens. I'm going to beat that personal goal that I had set. And that in and of itself, I'm proud of.
Yeah, should be.
That being said, car's got a lot more in it. More time, more seat time, more tuning time. I'll be able to figure that out. But it was a really, really, really good week. Not a lot of sleeping happened, but
I don't think it happened for a lot of people that were out on that thing. It was basically that's the main report we were seeing back on Facebook was people draining oil, people draining transmissions.
Yeah.
People not sleeping, people hitting something in the road. I mean, it was a rough event for everybody.
Did I tell you about the armadillo?
No, you didn't tell me about the armadillo.
Man, we hit an armadillo. And it squared up, like it's looked at us like, and I'm like, and it hit. So my cross, I got that 2x3 cross member. The last thing it seen was that 2x3 cross member where it dips down in the middle underneath the drive shaft. And we smoked it. We drug it for like a mile.
Jeez.
And you know what smells worse than cooking armadillo smoking down the asphalt?
No.
Not much.
We need to off subject, on subject. We need to get Jimmy on here to tell his story because he has one really close to this. I believe his was a raccoon.
He has to have we have to get a shot of beer in him to tell that story correctly, though.
Yeah.
All it takes is a shot. A beer.
Just a shot. That's all he needs. Neck of the bottle.
Hit that armadillo.
So just
and he was upset. He was dead. We killed the armadillo.
Was that
Texas has one less, but I think they still have enough.
So I'm talking to my wife, and we're watching the award ceremony, and my wife hears 10:48 versus 10:46, and she goes, "Oh man, he lost by 2 seconds." And I go, "No, dear, no, that was 2/100ths of a second."
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty effing tight.
And it's not a loss. I mean,
I'd rather be like 210 or 200 than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think Froze.
That's drag and drive. That's how tight that is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. That's how tight it is.
Okay, cool.
You got locked up for a second.
Okay.
It's weird because you do all this stuff to prepare, and what are you preparing for? I was not preparing for changing bent valves. And like after this week, I'm gonna be hitting the gym. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough.
And you still have what? Two more of these events scheduled for this year?
God. I think just the one.
Is it just the one? Just
666, the only one. I'll be doing some firewall insulation. I'll be doing some air redirecting and figuring out better ways to sleep.
Yeah.
So your car was a topic of conversation for somebody else, and I think it's going to bring up a cool conversation with us. One of the things that they brought up was what makes where does being a shit box of a car stop? I think Bo had an interesting point on this. I think you are probably going to wind up going that way too, John. I haven't had the chance to listen to the podcast yet.
So like I explained a while ago, I think there's a now bear with me. Hang on with me for a second. Just like I told you guys a while ago. There's rat rods. Yeah? We all know what a rat rod is.
Oh, yeah.
There are rat rods that are truly that. They are a bunch of trash thrown together. But there's a whole lot more rat rods out there that's super nice with brand new suspension and air ride and really nice fuel systems and overdrive transmissions and fuel injection and nice interior. And there's a lot of really good quality stuff with a pile of crap thrown on top of it. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's some guys that take their smile and they make their stuff look nice. Okay. It's the same thing with a shit box. And most of the time, like we said, these cars are normally street cars, grudge cars, no prep cars, race cars. You know what I mean? Whatever category. Normally, they're racing it one way or another, right?
So
John's car, your car appears as a shit box, but it is not. It is anything but. You have a really nice rear end. You have a really nice transmission. You have a bad news motor. You got really nice suspension. Everything underneath your dented up and kind of rusty body is all really nice stuff, man. You got really good stuff in there. So is it really a shit box? No, it's not.
I think so. To me, we've all heard, don't get it right, just get it running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At one point, several times in its life, old Mike Honcho back here wasn't right. It was just running.
Yeah.
It's true.
If you can pull a 1050 average in 100-degree heat, I'm going to say it's a little more than just running. You said, there's a lot of good parts there. There's a lot of good stuff going on there.
And
that being said, there's a mass majority of the population that would look at it and go, that's a real piece of shit, because they don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
The average person
sounds like
doesn't
you got
know.
a bad exhaust leak.
Right. The average person doesn't know.
Yeah.
Just like my old Cobra. Do you remember my Cobra? I know Fro does.
Yeah.
I had a 96 Cobra. with a very, very, very loud Vortex supercharger.
Yeah.
Obnoxious. And you would not believe how many people would look at me and go, your alternator's going bad. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks. I'll look at it. I'll get it checked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. People who don't know any better will assume that's just a big old pile. Any real car person can just hear that motor and know that's just not a regular big block.
Yeah.
Well, and the great thing is you can park that car anywhere, and if somebody door dings it, you're never going to know.
Not now. Bo gets done with it, I know.
I feel like John may want a little bit of a paint job now.
I kind of do.
I know it.
And it looks way better when he did just like 5 minutes worth of work masking the Jerry, like the really bad patch panels I had put on it. He masked that stuff up, made the car look so much better. Made me want it to look pretty.
We should have some before and after pictures of that to show.
Oh man,
dude!
You know what?
I took so many pictures of your car because I'm like, I can't believe it made that big of a difference. And number two, I cannot believe that engine enamel paint matches perfect. if like I said, if I would have primed the areas that I got about 7 minutes of body work on each corner, to be honest. It wasn't a lot. If I would have took time, put some high build on that stuff, and then sprayed that paint, it would have blended perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Got some good kudos for the transformation there, for sure.
You just need about 15 more cans of that engine enamel, and that car's gonna be straight.
I'm not gonna lie, Bo. If you had a big enough shop to stick this deal in and do some work to it, I'd have left it in Miami because I don't have any desire to look at this car.
And I would have let you. I would have done it.
I mean, you could have kept it for 2 months, and I don't think I'd have been sad.
I don't look at very many cars and go, man, I want to paint that deal.
Yeah.
I want to put hundreds of hours of labor into that deal so I can paint it. But there's 2 cars that I see right now that I want to do that with. I don't know.
And that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I want to worry about door dings. I want to worry about stuff like that.
You know, I still don't care with mine. I really don't. If I go to Walmart, I park in a normal spot because it is what it is. I really wish I would have now put a little bit more effort in making everything really, really nice on the car. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not unhappy with it. It looks good, but I could have made it nicer. You know, I could have blocked it out one more time. It would have made all the difference in the world. But it is what it is.
I don't park right up in the front in the normal spot. You know why? I don't have swing out door bars, and my fat ass can't crawl out if somebody parks right next to me. So I'll find a cart cage way out in the middle and park far enough away from it that I can open my door all the way, and I know I'm safe.
I don't have that problem. I don't have a cage.
And
car's not fast enough.
Swing out door bars are a must.
I don't think I'll ever need it.
Oh, I'm old and fat. I don't need door bars. I have enough trouble getting out of the car as it is.
I am going to do a hoop here pretty soon just so I have a place to mount a GoPro because I'm still jealous of John's in-car action.
Man.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. I did not ever even – I carried my computer and my GoPro and all my business with me this whole week. Didn't take a video. The only pictures I have are ones that other people took and sent to me. Or ones that I've gotten off the thing. It was a busy week, and I wasn't getting a lot of sleep, and I don't know that I was eating right. I know I wasn't getting there enough beer drink every day. So I wasn't thinking good.
Right. Well, you need it.
Yeah.
I'm super jealous of you. It looked like you had a great time other than, you know, almost dying of a heat stroke somewhere in Texas while taking your car completely apart.
You would have liked Thunder Valley. Thunder Valley was a good one. It was hot, and then when the sun went down, it got really good. And I had to borrow a fire jacket so that I could make one more pass to get that 1040 something, because evidently the old man on the starting line figured out that this shitbox wasn't going to run 1150s. I mean, the first time they see it pull up there, they're like, "Oh, this is you're fine and you're sleeveless."
Yeah.
Just
you're like, you're sleeveless, you're good to go.
And then you buzzed off a 1051, and they're like, "Hey, where's your jacket?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't have one."
Red jacket, green jacket.
Who gives a shit?
They're just tapping on the window. Hey, where's your helmet?
They say you're not going down this track again unless you get a jacket. So, shout out to Red Hat Scotty. He went and he's like, "Man, what's wrong?" And I was like, "Dude, I really want to make another pass because I want something that starts with a 4, and I know I can do it right now, but I don't have a jacket, and that old guy with the beard won't let me go down the track again if I don't have a jacket on." He went and found somebody that was as big as me and brought me back a jacket. That's and said, "Go get it done. You're not John coming back without a 1040 something." And by God, I did. So that was a good time. And then I think we went to bed about 2:30 in the morning. And when I say went to bed, our 10x10 canopy that we put out so we can sit under lawn chairs, I blew up a twin size air mattress right in the middle of it, lowered that deal down, plugged my CPAP into the generator. It was the best sleep ever from about 2:30 to 5. And then we got up and we was on the road again. Got up, super good drive to Mocan. Really nice night at Mocan. Left Mocan about 2:30. I really thought the route was going to go past Mom's house. It in fact did not. It went over to Chatopa and then through Welch to Veneta. Pulled over at the woodshed in Welch and I mapped it to my mom's house, and it was like 20 miles on the nose. And so 20 miles back, and I had a half a tank of fuel and about 2 inches in the barrel. So it's okay. I got 50 miles in the tank. It's a 40-mile round trip back to this point on the route. The next closest E85 store is like Claremore, unless you get on the interstate, and then you can get it in Veneta. And I was like, man, we're pantsed. We're going to Claremore, and if we go to Claremore, we might as well kick it on into the track. So I think we got to the track about 5 or 5:30, so right at 24 hours of being up. Race is over at that point, so I was able to pull the truck up by where we were pitted at. I just pulled the truck up, went and took a little bit of a horse bath in the restroom there, and then laid down in the back seat and slept for about 3 hours. So, because by like 9:30, there were people pulling in. It was noisy and hot, and there was this arrogant fly that wouldn't leave me alone. But yeah, it was. I'm gonna tell you, by the time we got to like last round on Friday night watching cars, I was to the point of watching a burnout and then going, I fell asleep. Is this the same pair of cars? And I'm literally sitting right in the little bleachers, right down at the burnout pit at Tulsa. Like, you're not missing much there. And I'm like blacking out between burnout and launch. So it was a week.
So last question about race week. You kind of mentioned Red Hat Scotty there. Is there anybody else that kind of sticks out to you? Anybody you need to like say thank you to or shout out while we're out on here on the show? Anybody who watches?
Man, there actually.
Malibu wagon guy.
There was a lot of people there with a lot of cool stuff. Tom Nelson, shout out Tom Nelson. He's got a really nice Chevelle 540 with a giant blower on it. It sounds like Christmas. Like it makes me want a big blower. But he had a really cool car. Red Hat, his car, he had a crank sensor malfunction on day one, so he spent the week on a trailer. But he is as far as hype guys go, he's in the top 10 for sure. At Mocan, he was a pretty solid hype guy there for sure. I would not have thought I was going to lose with him hanging out. Stone Cipher, he helped me out a lot, kept me positive. It was because it's rough. It's hot, it's rough, but yeah.
So what adjustments are you going to make for next one?
Man.
Is it firewall insulation? What else?
Man, there's going to be
get one of those necklaces with the fans on it that sprays water out.
Shoo.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it has to spray water because I'm spraying water out.
Wow.
But yeah, I really want a set of early Nova doors. So I got some wing windows. I think wing windows would be the bee's knees. Also, those doors are lighter. What adjustments am I going to make? I want to make about 500 pounds of adjustments. All I need to do is go buy me a Hobo Freight plasma cutter.
Yeah. You know, not every car can weigh sub 3,200.
Yeah. This pig back here is 3,500 with me in it. 3,510, I guess. It was like a quarter tank of fuel. So
go ahead.
There's probably a few pounds that we could take off right there in the driver's seat area.
I was going to say, you going to Harbor Freight and buying a treadmill?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there.
You know, we can bring that up. That was something fun. Devin pulled his scales out, and I set my car on it last week. Yeah, last week. And so I posted it on our Facebook page just for fun, like, hey, whoever guesses the weight of the wagon without a driver is closest, I'll send a sticker to, which, holy crap, I need to send a sticker. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won it?
Hold on, I'm going to pull it up.
Pull it up.
You keep on with your conversation. I'm going to pull it up.
Keep up, Bo.
Anyway, we had a really good response to that post. Like a lot of people chimed in with that deal. And it was crazy because we seen from 2,800 pounds to 39, I think.
Yeah.
Like, man, what a wide range. You know what I mean? And it did 3192 without me in it. So, which honestly was about 200 pounds lighter than I thought it was going to be. Which makes my time less.
Let's cover two things. So the guy who won that was Michael Phillips. We are going to get a sticker on the way to you. I apologize for not responding when you sent a message. That was totally my fault and nobody else's.
Oh, I responded.
I know. And I will point out, I was not in the know when that came out, and I got closer. I'm just saying.
You're right. You did. But
I'm also not allowed to.
I would not have gotten closer because I knew roughly what my car weighed, and there's no way that I would have thought your car weighed less than my car.
Me neither.
Like, that was shocking to me. Yeah. But because yours is a full frame car.
Yeah.
Yours is also a wagon. Yeah. Like, they're supposed to be heavy.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more glass in it. What the hell did I do to this thing? Like, it's bad.
Well, like you said, I put a cage in my car like the one you got. I'm probably a little bit hevier than you at that point.
Oh,
your
yeah.
Your car's like 36 pounds heavier than mine.
Yeah. Now,
it wasn't much.
With the cage in it, you're 200 pounds heavier than me.
Now, see,
that
this
being said, huh?
You think 200?
I don't know, maybe 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole weight of the cage you're going to gain because we're pretty close to the same.
Yeah, no,
now, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of tubing. If you buy the cheap stuff like I do, you're probably going to gain 200 pounds. That's
I've got time.
Yeah.
Now we can't play part 2 of the game because you've given away way too much information about what your car weighs.
I was going to post round 2, bonus round, but I didn't get a picture of John's car on the scales.
Earlier in the show, I already said it weighed 3510 with me in it. So
yeah, but you'd have to watch the show, and I mean, those 40 people aren't really going to respond to our Facebook.
There's 40 people.
Am I? I don't know.
I got 3 on record right now. So last year, I think it was about August, I went, okay, John, you weigh 290 pounds. It's hard to get up off the garage floor. Let's do something before September. And I did intermittent fasting from August until September. It was like late July, early August. And I went down to I was tickling 250s, but like sub 2, right at 260. That was my race weight for September. I didn't do that this time because I went ahead and put all that crap back on in the winter. And I'm going to tell you, 290 pounds is not pleasant to carry around Texas in the heat.
Well, and that 40 pounds would have helped you out on that ET.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's a pretty easy spot to lose weight.
It's easier to get the plasma cutter. Get it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to be making some different decisions when I hit the old buffet line moving forward.
Yeah. We're supposed to be starting a diet this next week. My thing is when I start dieting, I start lifting. I can't do one or the other. I can't just diet, not exercise. Because I've been lifting for years. I like lifting. I enjoy it. It's fun. I haven't done it in almost a year at all. So my problem is when I start lifting, it speeds my metabolism up, and then I eat more. And then my problem is my body type is I build muscle quick. So I actually get poofier looking, but I don't burn fat real easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of get poofier and I get heavier, even though I'm healthier. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of I do feel better.
Would be great. I'd love to be able to figure out because I kind of do the same thing, but I would love to be able to get healthier and be 50 pounds lighter.
Well, I'm going to try a different program this time.
I love Mountain Dew.
Not going to lift like I used to in the past.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to lose a pound other than what God graces me with by sweating it off.
I'm going to try real hard to lose about 50 on the old body and maybe like 250 on the car. That's my upgrades.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll use a little bit of filler when we put a nice paint job on that deal. So keep that in mind. Not a lot. I don't use a lot of filler, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Just put it all right back on there with filler.
No, we'll keep it light. We'll keep it light. We'll skim coat. We'll dolphin glaze.
Little dolphin glaze.
Skim coats. We're good.
All right. The old I've kind of done this trip with you before. And you get to the end of it and you're kind of done with it. So how long until you touch the car again?
It's probably going to be a minute. I need to focus on work, maybe build back up the old savings account, and it's hot. And I ain't gonna lie, I got a busy July. Next weekend is July 4th. The week after that, we're in Texas the whole damn week. If anybody wants to go, hit me up. We got spare room in the Airbnb.
Renting out a room.
It's got a big pool, and it's only going to be 185,000 degrees. So, welcome to join.
Man, I would love to go back to Texas again, but I'm going to pass.
Yeah. San Antonio, second week of July.
Texas in mid-July. Man, that sounds just perfect.
Hey, we originally planned a family vacation to San Antonio in July.
Yeah.
To go to SeaWorld.
Yeah. Come on down. I got a room for you.
And then I was talking to my wife and I go, this ain't a good idea. And she goes, well, why is that? It was just too expensive. I said, no, it's crazy expensive, but that's not the problem. She goes, what's the problem? I said, we're going to be in Texas in July outside all day for 2 to 3 days. We're going to do this. It wasn't going to be a one trip to SeaWorld one day. You can't see it all in one day. We're going to go at least 2, maybe 3. Yeah. I said, I think we will all be sunburnt and tired and mad at each other, and it will not be a good vacation. So we opted out of that trip.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can't opt out of this one. And we were advised not to go to SeaWorld and not to plan any sightseeing trips with Chris, because when he is off base, he has to be in his full dress uniform the whole time.
Oh, okay.
And represent as a soldier. So that's got
SeaWorld would not be a good time for him.
No.
More like, yeah. Okay.
No, but the other day I drove to Miami to hang out with Bo, see some family, whatever. Had a flat tire on the way and had to change the tire on the side of the interstate. There is no way I am voluntarily spending any time in direct sunlight unless I am forced to. That was absolute hell. And nobody understands road etiquette anymore, so nobody moves over, nobody does anything. You're just trying to change a tire with cars 6 inches off your back.
They don't know if you're on the side of the road because they're doing this.
Yeah. And it was that whole day. As soon as I was done changing that tire, I was like, all right, I can go work outside now. It's not a big deal, because I've already sweated through both of these shirts. I'm done. Let's just go get some stuff finished.
Yeah.
John, you're muted. Totally muted. That's what I was told.
I don't do this driving the car because it's work. And I remember a few times this week I'd be texting with you guys, and then like radio silent for 2 hours, and then boom, I'm back. I hope they know I'm not just being a jerk. I'm driving.
So I was actually talking to Bo about this the other night. I did not call you. I don't think I actually texted you. The first phone call from me was actually during the award ceremony, I believe, because I was kicked straight to voicemail. And
you actually called me while I was working on the car alongside the road.
Oh, that's right. I called you while you were working on the car and instantly got off.
Yeah, basically it was, the conversation went, if you don't have anything productive to offer, hang up. I think I might have been a little nicer about that, but I might not have. But that's basically how it went.
But you were just talking about Red Hat Scotty and how he's kind of a hype man. That's 90% of the reason I don't call you when you do these events, is because I know that nothing I say is going to make you happy at that time. I tend to be one of those guys who says things that may not necessarily be deemed optimistic, sir.
Yeah,
I don't think you do it on purpose.
I don't.
I think you're just a worrier by nature.
Yeah.
John's like, I'm gonna slap this deal back together, and Fro's like, what about hot spots on the combustion chambers? What about this? And I was like, I don't want to hear it. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. We're gonna be fine.
You can't reuse intake gaskets.
Oh yeah,
man.
You want to.
It was bad because I knew the intake gaskets were going to be bad when I pulled them off the first time. Pulled the intake off, and the intake I buy the really nice Felpro intake gaskets, the little blue circles and whatnot. Pulled the intake off, and they looked spectacular. Yeah, and got everything all done on this side. Got it all thing put together. The second time I pulled it off, the freaking gasket, the passenger side came off in like 2 sections, and the driver's side peeled a whole section off of it. Yeah, I put those back together with some black RTV. Put that in. I just knew it was going to be leaking, but drivable, and then I was going to be at Summit in the morning buying new gaskets.
So it's been like a month or two ago. I was talking to John. I'm like, man, I was never able to get my valve covers to seal up on this car. So finally, I spent the $60 on the nice blue Felpro, gaskets. Those try to make those leak. I dare you, because you can't. They're good. So I finally did it, and I told John, I said, man, you got to get these. These things are the stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Well, when John had his car here before race week, and I was working on it, I was looking, I'm like, man, still ain't changed those valve cover gaskets out, have you? Because I know he's got them. He's like, no, I haven't changed them out yet. I haven't had to take the valve cover off. He's like, well, when I have to, I'll go ahead and use them. When I rolled up to Mocan Thursday, I walk up, looking at the hood, I'm looking around. First thing I said was, got those valve cover gaskets changed out, didn't you? He's like, yeah, might as well. I was like, yeah, nice.
Change them dudes out for sure.
I didn't want to touch on it too much because he didn't want to talk about it. I'm sure he's talked to a million people about it. But
well, see, and the funny thing would be this. This is how it would have went if I would have been there when everything went down. I would have looked at John and I would have said, hey, do we need to check that passenger side to see if there's any problems over there? And he would have said, no. And then we would have put it all together, and then it would have started rattling, and it would have been my fault because I'm the one who said something about it.
Man, we looked. We looked hard. We had the scope out. We looked. We couldn't find anything. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. I know how it would have gone, but
yeah. When we had it down as far as to have the one head off, it's your head bolts away from having the other head off. I was like that close to saying, let's just pull the other head, make sure everything's cool. But I'm like, that's going to add 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
It's just like anything else. It's easy for me and Fro to sit back and go, why didn't he just take the other head off and check? Right there. We would have been in that position. We're like, no, that one's good. We're not messing with it.
I didn't think the damn air cleaner stud would have ended up in 3 pieces in 3 cylinders.
I still think you got pretty lucky.
Yeah.
A
lot of luck.
I mean, like we talked about earlier, you had a reputable engine builder that knows what he's doing, builds you a really nice motor, you know what I mean, and use good parts and quality stuff, and that probably helped you out quite a bit.
And then I go take it apart on the side of the road and wipe it off with a dirty napkin
with your sock,
and refill the radiator with bucket water.
Hey, give me that sweat rag. I need to wipe this off. Cool. Okay, here you go. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
So are we ready for Marketplace, or you guys got anything else you want to throw in here real quick?
I don't know.
I can't think of anything. The only thing I've done on my car in the last 2 weeks is the wiring, and I've already covered that.
Well, the last few weeks we've kind of had pre-shows.
That's true. We didn't prep for this one.
We didn't prep for this one at all because, well, with race week we had plenty to go over, and there's still a lot we're gonna miss. And as soon as we end this show, we're gonna go, man, we should have brought this up because we do it every time. Yep. Every time. I'm with John. I think John said this a couple times. We need to record before the show and after the show because that's probably the stuff people would really listen to.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
I know. I said some stuff before the show that I'm not ready to tell anybody.
There's something you said in this show. I don't know if I'm going to edit it out. I think I may let it go. I don't know. Feeling cute, might not edit.
No, I didn't mean the one F-bomb I made.
Oh.
I meant like some of the other stuff. I may not want to share that yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I kind of figured on this episode we were going to drop a disclaimer before we started the beginning song anyway, because when you're dealing with a situation like last week, I fully expected John to drop a couple more F-bombs as we made it through here.
Yeah. No. You got clean, John.
My pre-show was just me sounding like a whiny child. So
yeah.
I don't want to talk about any of that.
We'll get into that at a future time, but
no, I don't want to.
All right. Let's break straight into Marketplace then, and we can come up with something else to talk about after that.
Marketplace. 1984 Chevrolet El Camino, $25,000. $25,000 84 El Camino. This thing's got to be mint AF. He should just put that in the description. Unique IROC SS El Camino. Runs fantastic. Lots of extras. Specifics listed on spec page in pictures. Way fun to drive. Gets lots of looks.
Like lots of looks for the right reasons or the wrong
God, I hope it's for the right reasons for $25,000.
I bet you.
Otherwise, his friend's been lying to him.
Hold on. Are they 24, 26-inch IROC wheels on this El Camino?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see it.
It's been a while since I looked at it. I'm going to be honest with you. As I'm looking at it now, I realize you and I looked at it after the show.
We did? I don't remember it.
But I don't. I'm questioning myself as to whether or not we've actually touched on this on the show. So let's break into it.
That stereo system is straight from 1996.
Yeah.
The whole car is straight from 1996 because those are actual IROC wheels.
4 feet of Orion amplifiers back there.
Yeah. And JL subs.
JL subs.
That's a really clean car.
Yeah, I would drive that car.
I mean, from this picture,
I like the white. I don't not like anything yet. I'm sure that 90s. Oh man, I don't like the tail.
Oh, man,
go back to the front. That was the good side. Got the 305 with the TPI.
Horrible.
It's the hose that gets me. But
it's
the braided line, the cover.
More ways than one.
But
why with the rear bumper? I don't know if I hate the tailgate skin and the little wing on the tailgate. I mean, that's not.
Oh, I do.
You hate it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably live with that.
Yeah, leave it clean.
Live with that bumper.
I would rather leave it clean and put one of those pleather tonneau covers on it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't.
And no little mini wing
tips have like one screw on either side that are just tighten them up, and they probably just rattle around like this.
Yeah, so one screw and we can get rid of them deals.
Yeah,
yeah. And they stick out too far anyway. But
oh yeah,
the true art of this car.
Woo!
Woo! Oh my gosh!
Hey, I don't.
That is a picture of the car.
Steering wheel.
That is a picture of the car under the hood of the car.
This is
damn. I was looking at the other picture. That's crazy.
Guess what we're all getting? Every one of us.
Every picture of the car under the hood.
We're all going to get an under hood picture of our car. Actually, I want pictures of your cars underneath my hood.
Yeah. I want a picture of something down there, but I'm not going to say it here.
This car has been, I guarantee you, this car has to have been under a cover in a garage since 1997.
Yeah.
It's super clean. It's very nice.
It is super clean, but if you really get a glimpse of that CD player in the dash there, that is the Super Tuner 3. Ooh. That steering wheel hasn't been sold in a lot of years. Those are factory IROC wheels. That car is 1995 incarnate.
That interior is nice.
That being said, you throw away the underhood deal and replace that with some good. And why do you have to have a cowl? You got a TPI.
It's for looks, man.
I'd peel that off, give it a reason to have a cowl on top of that motor. Change the steering wheel for sure.
It has a cowl induction hood. You can see it over the steering wheel.
I know, but it has no reason to have it.
Now you got a point.
I would give it a reason.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because the taller the motor is, the better.
So it's absolutely no secret whatsoever. I want this car really bad.
I'm in love with it. I'm not gonna lie.
So having a blower, having a tall blower like above your roof line,
yeah,
is that equivalent to like older church ladies that you hear? You know, the bigger the bangs, the closer to God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Why is that cowboy hat so tall? Wouldn't you like to know?
John, would you please, or do you want me to? Oh, I'll do it. 56 Ford F-150 regular cab, $55,000. 56 Ford F-150, 111,232 miles. Big back window. This truck is everything you want in a classic cruiser truck. Has a Lincoln 4.6-liter V8 and will comfortably cruise down the highway at the posted speed limit of 80 and still have the pep if you, for some reason, need to get it done. I'm only considering selling it off to fund a vacation property down payment. Bagged and separate controls for all four corners. Gives it that awesome stance when you pull into a gathering and drop. Power windows, Bluetooth stereo, nice upholstery, tilt hood, nice wood bed. If you know these trucks, you will buy this one in a heartbeat. John has left.
Yeah,
John has left the building.
He got too much heat last week. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah. Stay hydrated, my friends.
I dig it. That's very nice.
I love it. I would probably even keep the 15-inch wheels on it.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I'm good with it.
I am perfectly okay with this truck.
Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know that I'd change anything about it. I like the color. It's a good color.
The funny thing is, like by nature, I want to do a C-notch on the back of this truck so that you can get the back end down to be level with the front end. But there's really no need. It has a really good stance the way that it is.
That's what it's supposed to set like.
That's what it's, yeah.
I'm going to sound like kind of bad because I think the front end's supposed to set just a tickle higher.
It's got airbag.
Yeah, but it don't need them. Front end.
I kind of agree.
That front end could come up just a tickle. I like this truck a lot. I was thinking when it said $55,000, I was thinking somebody was hitting the old pipe a little too hard. But when you get in here, you get to looking. You couldn't put this together today for $55,000.
You couldn't pay someone to paint everything that's painted on that truck for $20,000.
Right.
Because you're going to have $7,000 in material alone.
Yeah. Something we don't think about because we're not that we're old, but we're not young. So like the same parts that put this truck together in the 90s cost a lot less than they did 10 years ago, which is a lot less than it costs today.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's the funny thing about this truck is it is kind of dated. There are some things about it that kind of tell you how old this build is, but I have no problem with it.
There are, but there's also some really easy ways to make it not look dated.
It's true.
I wouldn't change it. I'd leave it alone.
Oh, I'd drive the wheels off of it.
I'd drive it as is, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell people it had a 4.6 in it.
I might change that. That might be the only thing to be changed. They're gutless.
Well, and that's the funny thing is we can sit here and say this all day long. Oh, I wouldn't change a thing about it. All of us know damn good and well that's getting coyote swapped within a year of us owning it.
That's true. That's true.
Small block Chevy like God intended.
Nope. Ford motor.
gearheadperspective.yahoo.com. Send the hate mail.
Even just a regular 302, carbureted 302, be better.
I agree. 302, I'd have fun with. 351, something like that.
400 small block would be titties. Bad to the bone. I
Bo, you want to read this one?
Read all these words.
I know this car. 73 Ford Maverick, $100,000. Drive it home. Real turnkey car. I could load a tune-up, and your grandma could drive this car in the fours. All steel, all glass. No prep, asphalt, true street, drag and drive, X275, no time, radial, index. It'll do all those. Every one of them. He's got the tunes to go mid-fours on the track and low-fives on the street on a DOT 275 Pro. Name the class, and it can do it. More than happy to share the setup and additional photos to serious buyers. Aftermarket small block Ford, Cali rods and crank. Hops 250 high ports. Force induction turbo, Power Glide 9-inch. Stock style front suspension, which means it's, not stock at all. Bolt-in K-member, stock frame rails. Fox body torque boxes in rear, factory firewall, factory floors, 25 3-cage, Holley, everything, which either is a good thing or a bad thing. 20-gallon fuel cell in the rear. Buyer would receive a year of tune-ups and data logs, shock settings, and bias for every service. May entertain trades and cash on your end. I've seen this car. This car's wicked fast.
The reason I'm glad you read that is because I had no idea what ASAG means.
All steel, all glass, brother.
All steel, all glass.
Had no idea. Learned something today.
I was wondering why you called me out on it so fast.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know what the hell that means.
ASAG.
Yeah.
She's a cruiser.
This goes right back into that same question of, is it a shit box or is it not?
No.
To me, it's in the same. I mean, no offense, John. This car is way faster than yours, but there's way more money in this one.
100%.
Same class as yours, though. Yeah. Definitely not a shit box.
Yeah.
It looks like one-ish. But, man, I would paint it back that green. I love that green color. I love that green. Or the blue. I like the blue door. Either one of those colors.
Or red on the front fender. Like, I could dig that too.
I'm kind of in paint mode lately.
It's true.
I want to paint everything.
On this car, I think you would just have to pick whatever color currently.
The jams are already green. Go with green.
If it's already jammed that color, boom, that's the color we're going.
Agreed.
You just Fotina the doors green.
I paint it.
Man,
there's a lot going on right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on right there. And it's one door. Yes, you Fotina one door green. Yes.
That's a really nice rig.
Yeah, that car's killer.
Is it that I've got to ask because I'm not you guys. I'm not a racer. Is this $100,000 car?
I mean,
they're worth what someone will pay for them. You know that, but
right? But
is there that much money in this car and tuning and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, time and tuning and a 25.3 cage and
because you can go inter
obviously a lot of good parts.
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, look how much plaid there is.
They even got it on the Holly dash.
No, I'm tickled. Plaid. I like that car, and it does look like a car that you could do anything with. 20-gallon fuel cell in the back on like an Outlaw 10.5 car that can drive down the road. Dig it. That's my style.
Do everything the Nova's doing, right?
Plus, he put a tune in it. He'd put a tune in it, and your grandma can make a 4-second pass. So,
true.
I kind of want to see that.
Man, that sounds really cool. I think we should do a drag and drive where we all build a car, and then we take our moms, and we're the co-pilot, and she has to do it. She has to make the pass.
Number one, I'm going to say this. I love my mama very much. And now you know that. But hell no.
Come on, man.
Actually, I'd be cool with it. I'd be fine with it.
I'd be down.
I'm in.
Me and mama.
Y'all don't want my mom there.
Me and mama dragon driving. Yeah, I do.
My mama fro.
Y'all don't want my mom there.
She liable to pop my ass for all that shit I give you there.
Safe bet.
Damn it, boy. Don't you be picking on my boy.
She'll start it off with 200 or 200s, huh? Cool. 200s. That's all.
Got third, got second, can't get a first. That's got to suck.
Can't get 200s, huh? Okay.
I think it would be a good competition though, because my mom is a great mom, but she is like, there are a lot of times when she's mechanically illiterate.
So can we restructure this event to not be our own cars and maybe do the metro race with the moms?
No, you need to put her in something quick.
Okay.
At least put her in something quick, not your mom's drag and drive, but really.
Oh, you want to create a whole event, not just us?
Yeah.
Like everybody, bring them.
Mama has to spend 5 days thrashing.
Oh man,
she has to stay up. She has to stay her ass up for 24 hours riding in that shit box.
She'll decide if it's a shit box at the end of the week.
She's got to be the one crying because the exhaust fume's coming in.
See, I watched Cletus McFarland's $3,000 challenge thing that he did with his guys.
Looks awesome.
It looks awesome. It looks like a blast, and I'm totally okay with this. I'll bring my mom. Let's do this. I'll run a lap, and then we hand off, and she goes and runs a lap.
Yeah,
I'm okay with this. I'm sold.
I want to see my mom shit her pants if she lets off the button because it's kind of wicked. It's kind of scary there in the beginning. What with my really bad corner weights.
Oh, you just figured it out.
Yeah, we'd have to get this thing going a lot straighter off the line before she goes doing it.
Now, Mom, what you're going to do as soon as you let off that button, you want to grab on that steering wheel like this.
Yeah, you want to yank left really hard.
You can hit that wall if you don't.
It's going to go right to that wall.
See, I don't even think we need him to drive. I think we just need him in the passenger seat while we're driving.
No, they need to drive. We need to do this.
We need to do this.
This is a good idea.
Mom, you watch this. Are you in or not?
We need to maybe we can get Narcs to do a mom class.
That'd be funny.
Bring your mama.
bring your mama.
Oh man, I'm gonna get in so many fist fights. It's been a while, man, but I'm ready. You know what I mean? Bro's gonna be the first one to get his ass whipped too. It's been a long time coming, sir.
Let's do this. Let's do this. I've been waiting.
All right, Narcs. If we can figure out a rule set, we want to bring your mama class.
Even if it's like a last day event. Even if it's
your mama can be a driver / co-driver.
Hey, Fro, your mom's gonna be so proud. Your mom will be so proud when she's up there trying to make a pass and Jungle Fro's pulling her up to the line.
Oh yeah, you got Jungle Fro bringing her in.
She's gonna have a tear coming down. Your dad's gonna love it. Your dad will love it.
I'm trying to mentally picture the amount of obscenities my mom can throw down.
Yeah.
When the guy at the starting line goes, "Where's your helmet?"
Yeah.
I'm good. I can drive. Leave me alone. Just go do the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Fro's car, so she's got to look for the handle first.
Yeah, you gotta find the handle.
There it is.
The handle's in the cup holder.
Just joking. He fixed that. I supplied him with the clips to do that.
Yes. It is reasonably fixed. All right. Well, I think that draws everything to a close tonight. If this doesn't remind anybody of anything, call your mom.
You guys want to see something really cool about this koozie?
Bam.
It will hold a full beer like that too. Believe it or not, do it.
I got some good koozies this week.
Did you?
I'm on one of my new koozies. This one's from Glander Performance. Those guys are one of the few people that gave Jonathan a ride back to the car on one of his 1.5 mile walks to and from the nearest O'Reilly's from our broke down spot. So he got to ride in their air conditioned rig.
I talked to him a little bit about that at MoCan Thursday, and he was stoked that he got to walk back and forth.
Really?
Yeah. No, not at all.
No.
He was not happy.
No. I think he was pretty well cashed after that day.
Oh yeah, MoCan, he was done. I almost gave him a hug. Come here, buddy. Come here, bring
him
in.
Needed one, but I'm not a toucher.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And it was just too hot, man. It was too hot.
Yeah.
So let's finish the show on that. Thanks, Pedro, for getting John through another drag and drive.
Good job, Pedro.
Good job, Pedro.
Good job, Pedro. All right.
Yeah, thanks to a lot of people on that deal.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people to thank, but we can do that.
Name drop Britt. He made some calls for you.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into that real quick.
Hot Rod the Shop Dog can do a full-on post on this recap and thank you later.
He does a good job keeping everybody updated.
Yeah.
And he tags us, so I don't have to do anything. Heck yeah.
Just
Hot
share
Rod for the win. Yeah, all you got to do is share.
Just share it.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Good night.
See you.
Bye, everybody.